Welcome to YP Investors Quick Tips. Today we will be going over double, triple, and quadruple bottom sell signals. Let's start with the double bottom sell signal. So this page is the YP Investors point and figure charting tool. We have typed in the OXM stock symbol, and the YP Investors tool automatically generates this chart for us. So let's look down at the chart and focus in on the columns of O's. When dealing with sell signals, we're only worried about the columns of O's because that's the selling. The X's are demand, and those are increases in price. So the double bottom sell signal. First, let's look at our current column of O's, which is the farthest column on the right. And then let's look back one previous column, and check the lowest O in that column. This one happened to be at 73. So the current column must drop down below 73 and hit 72 to make the basic double bottom sell signal. And in our YP Investors point and figure charts, we make all the double bottom sell signals, which is also the basic sell signal in a point and figure chart, colored red. This way they're easy to identify when looking at the chart overall. So as you can see, this OXM stock chart hit two double bottom sell signals in a row. Now let's move on to the triple bottom sell signal. Now this one is a little more powerful than the double bottom because it has three columns of O's, so it has built up energy, if you will. The more energy it builds up, the more explosive the sell signal can be. So the triple bottom means the current column of O's exceeds the previous two columns. Triple meaning it encompasses three columns of O's. So let's look at this current column right here, and the triple bottom sell signal was at 325. We know this because the previous column of O's got down to 350. The column before that also got down to 350. Now the column before that doesn't follow suit, it got down to 325, so we're going to ignore that. Hence the triple bottom. Column 1, column 2 down to 350 also. Column 3 got down to 350 and then broke through that, and you can see the power that the triple bottom has. Look at how far down the stock price went, all the way down to 150. So when you see a triple bottom, that's something that you should note and utilize when investing. Finally, let's go over to the quadruple bottom sell signal. Now, as you can imagine, this sell signal is even more powerful than the triple bottom because it's built with four columns and there's a lot more energy built up in this sell signal. So looking at the CCB, Coastal Financial Corporation point and figure chart on YP Investors, we can see the current column is just hit the sell signal at $15. Now it's a basic double bottom sell signal, but is it more than that? Let's look at it. So it got down to the resistance point of the last column of O's of 1550 and just past that down to $15, making a chart mark there. And this double bottom was indicated by the red filled in 7. Now if we look back, we can see that another column of O's behind this one, this first one, got down to 1550 as well. So that means this is a triple bottom sell signal. And if we look back another column of O's, we can see even this one got down to 1550. It didn't go any lower. So that means these four columns make up the quadruple bottom sell signal. And this is the most powerful of these three signals because there's so much energy and history stored up with the stock. And the history is the selling point. So for some reason at 1550, the selling has ceased in these 3 columns previously. In this 4th column, it finally broke through. So there was a bunch of sellers that had, for some reason, either had their stop loss limits there, or we don't know the reason, but at 1550, it never busted through that price. And finally, now in this 4th column, the quadruple bottom sell signal, it busted through. So this could be a good stock to short or buy puts on, because odds are it's going to shoot down. It's also in a negative trend, which even increases the odds even more of this quadruple bottom sell signal. So our YP quick tip today is to search for sell signals in charts so you know when the stock price is going to dip and how significant the dip will be. If it's a double bottom sell signal, you might not care as much and you might just want to hold on to the stock and weather the storm. If it's a triple or a quadruple bottom, those are significant sell signals. So if it hits that sell signal and you own this stock in particular, you might want to sell out right now at $15 before it drops down to $12 or $1. Who knows how far it's going to go down. We want to thank you for joining us today, and we hope you utilize these tools and sell signals in your investing.